Good morning, Pisces, and I am here with a general reading for the sign of Pisces. So this reading could resonate with anyone who has Pisces strongly in their chart. Hello, my beautiful friends. I welcome you into this space just as you are in this moment. I welcome you here, and I'm glad you're here. All right, let's go ahead and see what's currently here, what's in the current energy for the sign of Pisces. What's in the current energy for the sign of Pisces, please? What's in the current energy for the sign of Pisces? What is in the current energy for the sign of Pisces, please? What is in the current energy for the sign of Pisces? What is in the current energy for the sign of Pisces? What is in the current energy? All right. Current energy for the sign of Pisces. Incoming energy for Pisces, please. Incoming energy the next 7 to 10 days or the next couple of weeks or whenever Pisces is really drawn to watch this reading. Please give us this next wave of energy that Pisces will be moving into. The next wave of energy that Pisces will be moving into, please. The next wave of energy, the next future that Pisces will be moving into. I'm going to go ahead and leave that card on the current energy. The next wave of energy that Pisces will be moving into. Pisces, that card just landed so beautifully on that stack. I'm going to have to leave it there. Next incoming wave for the sign of Pisces. What will Pisces be stepping into next? What will Pisces be stepping into next, please? What will Pisces be stepping into next? What will Pisces be stepping into next, please? What will Pisces be stepping into next? All right. Guidance, please, for the sign of Pisces. Guidance, please, for this group of Pisces people, for this tribe of the Pisces. Please give us some guidance now for Pisces. For Pisces. Please give us some guidance now for the Pisces people. Some guidance now. Guidance now for Pisces. Guidance for Pisces, please. There we go. Okay, Pisces, let me lay this out and we'll get going here with this reading for you. All right, so we have the Seven of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Hermit energy, and the World in reverse. This was a card that flew in, remember? When I was looking to get information here for the current energy, this energy flew in, landed directly on the current energy, and it is in the reverse. So let me get into this energy here. Give me one moment, Pisces. I'm going to ask for clarification on the Seven of Cups. Clarification for the Seven of Cups, please. Oh, jeez. Came out really hard. What's happening here, Pisces? What's happening here for you? Okay, let me get this reorganized. I think it's worth it to take a little bit of time and for me just to be careful. I felt this as I was going into the energy, but I just want to be careful sometimes. I was asked to delay to do this reading, and there's a reason this reading was delayed for a couple of days. Maybe it was delayed for a couple of weeks for some of you. Well, Pisces, this is for a group of you where there's a new beginning. There's a new beginning starting up here. And it's a new beginning that you're protecting. As I'm getting into the energies, it seems a little bit complicated. It seems like there are puzzle pieces here that are beginning to come together for me. It's taking me a little while to get into this energy, which tells me that the energy could be complicated, or it could be a bit denser, which tells me that you could be worried about this. You could be worried and anxious about this, but you're in a very protective energy. There is new love here. We have the Ace of Cups. There's a new love of life, or there's a new love of a person. There's a new love of a child or something here that there's a new love revolving around. But there's a lot of ways that this can go. There's a lot of different paths that this can lead down. And at this point in this process, there are some bits of the puzzle that haven't quite fallen into place yet. And you're protecting that. You're protecting that beginning. You're protecting that. You're protecting the building of this situation. You're protecting the creation of it. You're protecting the potentiality of it. There's a lot of possibility here. It's just beginning. It's just beginning. You're just creating in here. So we have the Empress here next to the Ace of Cups. You're just barely creating it. It's just in the creation. Again, oh my gosh. You're okay. Pisces, I'm getting into it now. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready for the story, Pisces? Because it's coming. You have the Empress energy and the King of Wands energy here with the Ace of Cups. So you're just beginning to create this. It's a very creative energy. Whether this is a situation that you're stepping into and you're beginning to build with someone else, or this is a product that you're building, or some kind of life you're creating for yourself, it's a very creation energy, and you're in a very balanced place regarding the creation. All right, where there's a energy shift is in the outer world, in the environment around you. There is some sort of edginess in the environment around you, or some type of off energy. Maybe it's with the community around you. Maybe it's with the work environment. Maybe it's with your family in some way. But there is an energy here that's not meshing. The energy, oh, sorry, you can't see my hands. But like the energies are at different vibrations. Something is off. And that's why it took me a little bit of time to get into this scenario. So something is off. You're creating something beautiful, something that you're just starting. It's new love, perhaps. And well, it is new love. That is for sure. That is absolutely for sure. It's new love. Now, love is a big word. The hearts we carry in us and the soul that we live in, it can love in so many different ways, my beautiful friends. So for me to just determine right now that this is a love affair, or this is a new job, the energy of love is around this. We have the Empress here, which tells me of internal balance, the ability now to create something profoundly beautiful in your lives, right? Having the balance, having the clarity of what you're walking towards, having the passion within yourself to give you that momentum so that you can actually take the steps, having the willpower so that you can put one step in front of the other, and having the love for self, that whatever is being built with an awareness of the fulfillment that it brings to the self, and the awareness of the health that it brings to the community, to the space around you. So there's awareness here, there's balance here, there's love and passion here that you're stepping forward in. You have the King of Wands here, so there could be a fiery masculine energy that you're connecting in with. Could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, doesn't have to be. Could be anyone who is in the public eye, who is an influencer, who is a creator, who goes into spaces and fixes them, revives them, builds on them. Could be anyone who steps out in front of a cause, or steps out in front of a company, or steps out in front of a group of people and represents those people. Could be that type of a person. But it doesn't have to be a person, my friends. It can be an energy that you're stepping into in this creation energy. It could be the internal balance of the Empress and the external workings, the external power of the King of Wands. So you will need to take this story here, if this is resonating with you, and sort of fit it to how these energies fit in your own life, in your own experience. But whether it is a person or whether this is you in a very balanced way, internally and externally here, you're working to protect this. You're standing in the protection of it. And we have the protection energy coming in right underneath the Queen of Swords, the element within us that is a protector, that is the warrior that is within each and every one of us. It is the warrior of expression. It is the warrior of words. It's the warrior of wit. And it is the warrior that can draw the lines, can slice the energy, can really use the sword of truth, use the sword of the tongue, use the sword of the mind to create a space of safety for whatever this is that you're creating. All right, this is just a very small period of time, Pisces. So I know I'm in these energies, and I know I can be dramatic. So this situation can be smaller than what I'm getting into. This could be something at work that you are developing, and you're wanting to continue to develop it before you bring it to an advisory committee. You're wanting to manifest it just a little bit more. You're wanting to research just a little bit more. You're not wanting to bring it out into the forefront yet. You're not wanting to have people change the energy, bring in questions that might influence the initial manifestation of what this is. Sometimes the energy of creation can get muddied by the intentions and the agendas and the fears and the insecurities of others. So it could be something like that. It could be a new relationship, somebody new that you just met, that could be slightly different, or it could be a different kind of experience that you're wanting to just experience that for a little bit longer before you bring this to your friends or to bring it out wider into the community. But whatever this is for the next incoming wave of energy. You're preparing now for the next incoming wave of energy, and this is currently what's happening. So you're in the middle of this process. You're at the beginning of the middle of the creation. You're at some sort of beginning point, establishment point of whatever this new love is for you. This new, inspiring heart energy that you're in right now. Then we have the Hermit energy here with the World in reverse. So it feels like to me that this beginning is just coming into play. It's just coming into play. You are perhaps working with a Virgo energy, or working with an energy around you of rationality, of precise details of this, of the gauges and the temperatures and the scales and the ratios of whatever this is. This could be a person that's carrying this energy of rational detail, or you could be coming out with this idea, or protecting the idea, or working to protect how you're going to bring this forward into the community at large, or how you're going to bring this forward into the company. Again, this is in a very early stages of manifestation. So this energy here, that's right here, is even slightly in flux as we speak. So you're defending, you're in a very defensive energy about whatever this new love is. You're defensive about it. You could be defensive towards someone who's a Virgo, or towards someone who is a teacher or a mentor in your life. Could be a father, could be a brother, could be a sister, but someone in your life that is very wise, is a teacher that maybe perhaps you look up to. You could be defending against that person, and to defend against a hermit energy, to defend this new love to someone who is very wise and enlightened, is a task that you do not take lightly, right? You could also have this energy now of really expressing yourself very carefully, determining the exact words to use, determine the exact language to use as you bring this forward into the community, because the hermit energy is coming out with some idea, coming out with a new way of walking, coming out from a period of creation, a period of isolation, a period of deep reflection, and coming outside into the community with something new, a new way of walking, a new way of believing. So there is an energy here for many of you now. There is an energy here of really focusing in now on how you're going to express what this means to you, how you're going to bring it forward to a larger community, your department where you work, or your family. It is the crafting of the language. It is the crafting of the expression of how you describe what this love is, how you market what this love is, how you express it to the wider world around you. This love that we see here, this something new that you're just warmed and inspired by, that you are creating at this time. And the world is in reverse, which tells me that it hasn't been totally expressed yet. It hasn't been brought forward yet. It's just in the stage of creation. So for this group, whatever this love is that you have here, could even be a brand new pregnancy, right? It could be so many different things. It could be a new family pet. It could be a new home, or a new walk, or a new life plan, or a new business, something that brings in a lot of love, fills you with emotional bliss. It's something that fills your heart in a way where your heart can expand the body and become larger than the body. That kind of feeling here with the Ace of Cups. Let's see let's see how you progress as you move into the future. Let's see how you progress here. How am I gonna? Two of Cups, wow. Chariot. 10 of Pentacles. The Fool. 6 of Wands. Queen of Wands. Hierophant. Pisces, this is big. We have the Two of Cups, which is a partnership. Partnership of two lovers, partnership of two soulmates, partnership of two businesses, partnership of two companies, or two countries, or two continents. Partnership. A soul connection, partnership, something that touches the soul within of both parties. Could be neighbors even. Could be co-workers. But whoever these two individuals are, or these two communities, these two groups of people, they're connected in a deep emotional way. There's either a cause that pulls them together, a soul thread that pulls them together, a child that pulls them together. It's something emotional. It's something connected with the soul. And it's something that fills the heart. Could be a lover, could be a business partner, could be a child. The connection of two souls, the connection of two communities, the connection of two groups of people connecting together in a very heartfelt way. This is moving forward quickly into some sort of formation because we have the Chariot energy with the Six of Wands over the top. The Six of Wands covers the Two of Cups, and the Six of Wands covers the Chariot. So there's passion here, there's forward movement, there's powerful forward movement. There's no stopping this. Six of Wands is rising above the crowd, accepting a challenge, holding out your hand to grab that torch and to move forward. And it's something that you're embracing as you claim it. You're holding it high above your head as you move forward. It's something that you can be seen to be holding, you can be seen to be standing in, and it's something that will gain you respect, because that's the Six of Wands energy. And the Six of Wands energy is covering the Two of Cups, which is this partnership, and the Chariot, which is powerful, balanced movement forward. Cancer energy, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius again. We have Taurus energy here. But it's moving forward. This world that was in reverse is now beginning in the next upcoming period of time to flip and to come out into a new cycle. We have the Queen of Wands here playing a part in this story. This is a person, could be you, could be the other person, doesn't have to be female. But if I describe this person, I see someone here in their full confidence, in their full strength. This person knows his or her value. This person knows his or her own power. This person is using currently their superpowers. They know what their superpowers are, and they stand up tall in the use of them. Now, the Queen of Wands also knows what her weaknesses are. She knows what her weaknesses are, and she's learned how to manage her weaknesses. So this is somebody who has looked at her shadow and likes herself and loves herself and wants to bring beautiful new futures into her reality. And she's fiery and she's passionate, and nothing can stop her at this time. This has to do with her safety and her security, the abundance in her life, the success and the comfort that she is working to achieve, because we have the Ten of Pentacles here. That's what she's looking for. Long-term, stable relationship, an abundant financial future, longevity in family and in financial success. She knows what her dreams are. She knows how to walk towards them, and she's willing to put it all on the line, because what she's gambling here, what she's risking, is the Ten of Pentacles. She's laying it all out there, my friends, with the Ten of Pentacles. Then we have the Hierophant on top of the Ten of Pentacles and on top of the Fool. So I'm going into the Hierophant energy. I feel like this plan or this new opportunity, this new business, this new love affair, whatever this is, fits within societal structures, fits within the formalities of a religious belief or cultural belief, fits easily within that. It's not something that will decry the laws of man. It is something that will fit within the laws of man, where it is something that is being created with the help of the spiritual team, with the help of formality within societies. This Hierophant could also be a large company, a large group of people, a university, a church, even a cultural center, or a center. In my mind, they're showing me a picture of a whole group of people surrounded by a building, or surrounded by a symbol, surrounded by something that holds people together. Societal structure. Okay. Societal structure. There is a new journey here with the Fool. But within this structure, within this company, or within this religion, or within this educational system, there is a process. There is a structure that can help to hold it in place. This could be looking at an engagement or a marriage. This could be looking at some kind of contract that's signed between two communities or between two companies. It could be a contract of some kind, but it could also be a way of thinking, a way of believing, a way of working with man, how man and women, how people, how humans can work together to all move in the same direction with the same goal in mind. But even in that structure and even in that formality, there is something new that's happening here with the Fool energy. A new journey, a new chapter, a new walk, a new relationship, a new religion. Something new here because we have the Fool, and the Fool takes risks. A Fool does something different. A Fool steps out on a new path, perhaps with a lack of resources, or a lack of finances, or even a lack of followers. But there is a stepping out here. And the Fool is stepping out towards the Ten of Pentacles, as we see, lifting the hand to the Ten of Pentacles, saying, this is what I present to you. This is what I propose to you. This is what I can offer. This is what I can bring. This will be my story. And the Hierophant lays on top. So it is something that lives within a certain structure. It is something that is managed by a certain group, or assisted by a certain group, or by a certain, could even be a religious leader or an ascended master. For many of you, there is a deep energy here. I feel the deepest energy, the most powerful energy I feel with the Hierophant is religion, the structure of a culture, the structure of a belief system. And there is, I keep being drawn to this triangle in the Hierophant. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a triangle here pointing upward with a radius around the head. I'm being drawn to that, to those shapes, and to the star here within. So I'm being drawn to the star. So I'm being drawn to the star, I'm being drawn to the triangle, and I'm being drawn to the circle. I'm going to hold this up to the camera so you can see. This is what I'm being drawn to. So can you see the star there? There's a star imprinted, then there is a triangle, and then there is a circle around the head. It's those symbols that I'm being guided to. There's something very deep and profound that goes into deep within a culture, deep within a land, deep within a people. So whatever you're doing here is something new, but it fits within society. It fits within the rules of man. But it is led with the guidance from above. The Hierophant is very important in this reading because it's got me for a while, hasn't it? I've stayed in this energy for a while. So whatever this Hierophant represents here, could be a person, could be a Taurus, but I think for many of you, it is a society or a religious system or a formality of tradition, a contract. And it's this contract that helps. It is this, what I've explained now 3 or 4 times. I don't want to keep, I can repeat myself, and I know that I can. It is this Hierophant that is helping connect this new journey with the success, with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, let's look to see what the guidance is. What is the guidance, please? What is the guidance, please? Guidance, please. High Priestess, Hierophant. I felt it earlier. Seven of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Hanged Man. Well, we have another sign of a partnership here because we have the High Priestess coming out. And I stayed for quite a while in the Hierophant energy. And the High Priestess and the Hierophant are counterpart energies. The High Priestess is the internal energy. And the Hierophant is the external energy. So we have the High Priestess here. This could be a Pisces energy. Could be. But the High Priestess is an energy of divine connection, powerful knowing, deep wisdom, connecting into the divine, connecting into spiritualism or the religion in which you find yourself. It is the energy of quiet intensity. The High Priestess is very careful with whom she shares information. She's very careful in the words that she says. She's very divinely guided. She understands her own wisdom. She understands the guidance that she receives and where it comes from. And she can find the answers most often with her own self, with a select few of those who are around her. She picks her friends very wisely. She picks her advisors very carefully because she has a very intuitive sense of health around her. She is a spiritual master. And it's a card of quiet reflection. It's the energy of careful words, careful expression, secrecy, timing of information, timing of the release of something. So the guidance that's coming forward is find that solace, find that quiet space, connect in with the energy that brings you strength, with the source energy that brings you guidance. Connect in the quiet. Determine your plan of action. Determine who you will speak to and who you will share to. Understand who your friends are, who is there with a pure intention, and who is there with an agenda that might be different from your own, because we have the High Priestess here next to the Seven of Swords. So there is a need for protection, and that energy did come out. There is a need for protection. There is a need for some sort of revised action here. There is a need for stealth, for quiet, for change. But it's not change. It's not revision. That is something within yourself. You're changing. You're changing a process. You're changing a person. The type of person who you are that you're connecting to. The type of religion that you hold or that you're connecting to. There's something you're changing here, but it's a change that happens within. It's a change that happens within. It's something new that happens here because of some sort. Oh, and we have the Hangman. That's what I was feeling. All right, that makes sense to me. It's some sort of inner revision, inner belief system change, a plan change, something that you're changing up. And others may not like it, or others may need to take some time to absorb this change. So there is guidance here to be very careful now at this point in time, to not allow others to influence something precious that you have in your hand, to be very divinely guided, to be connecting into your own quiet, to not allow anyone else to influence you at this time, to connect in with your God, your source energy, that which brings you guidance, and to find solace and wisdom in that energy, because there's something here you're changing up your plan, changing your business, changing up your walk, and it's something that you're so in love with, you're so inspired by. It's something to be treasured now, it's something to be protected, because it is something that you're changing, and you're changing because of past hurts, past traumas, past experiences that have taught you a revised course in life, a revised course in your belief system, a revised course in your mindset and your plan ahead. We do have the Page of Pentacles here, so there is guidance here that you will soon begin to see indications of some sort of new stability or new plan or new success. The Page of Pentacles, it can be a message of something that's tangible, something you can hold in your hand, or it can be some kind of a small indication of some kind of success that's coming in. So there could be something here that happens to you in the upcoming period of time that helps you kind of get your handle on this, that helps you create a path forward. Some kind of information or some kind of small gift or indication of success or indication of something that is tangible is going to help you as you come forward. This could be a message from someone or a gift from someone or some sort of platform that you are being given in order to express yourself. Something tangible here is coming forward in the